Hey guys, this is Rob here. A few things I want to quickly apologize for this show starts. We had horrible tech issues that happened on this recording. The only recording that we actually still had, and we usually do multiple recordings, at least three from three different varying sources, was our YouTube feed of the live show. So I have that edited down. I tried to improve the audio best I could, but it was an internet stream, not on the actual computer here. So my apologies to that. We'll get that fixed going forward. Also, a week behind, kind of a slacktivist. Sometimes that happens, trying to stay up on it. But life happens, and Liberty Forum happened. So this was our preview show for Liberty Forum. We recorded 3 shows at Liberty Forum. Now, we pretty much plan to release that as kind of like bonus content between each of the regular episodes, so that we're going to have a stagger release of Liberty Forum content. So we hope to have an episode out at least every week or every other week to go along with our normal recordings. And hopefully you enjoyed the show. Again, apologize about the audio, but trust me, it was a great show. All right? Peace. Welcome to the Rebel Love Show. We are a once-a-week podcast from Manchester, New Hampshire, where we are pro-pot, pro-gun, and pro-coffee. You can find all of our content here live on LRN.FM. You can also go to rebelloveshow.com. We're also on IPM, JRev, Voluntary Virtues, and go like us on, go subscribe to iTunes and Stitcher. I am Rob Mathias.
And I'm Shire Dude.
And today we have 2 guests from 2 different shows. We have Dale from Flaming Freedom.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
And then we got Anne from Seditious Sirens.
That is the Rebel Mistress. Thank you very much.
My apologies. My apologies. My Rebel Mistress.
I feel like I could add to that pro list like for quite a while.
Like what?
Am I supposed to talk here?
No,
here.
Yeah, right there. You got it.
All right, I thought so. So yeah, like you said, you're pro gun, pro
Pot and pro
pot,
coffee.
and pro coffee.
Well, I want to add
Right.
pro poly to that, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if the
I
LRN
should.
audience is ready for that yet.
Well, they should get ready.
They should be ready, but
I get so many pros I could put on there. Pro dildo,
Government
pro,
dildos.
why are you pro government dildos?
It's a secret group that you're not a part of that is for gay anarchists who are for consensual.
Gay anarchists. That's
Gay
gay
Well, it used to be-
anarchists.
I think it was consensual
Gut punching.
gut punching.
And
at
then-
It was
first.
that for a little while.
And then
It changes regularly.
Yeah.
So we have a group where everyone in the group is the admin because we live in a mad world. So we can all change the name of the group. So every week it tends to change to something very gay.
This is a very interesting post in that group.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not in the.
You're not
Yeah.
in
You
there?
don't deserve to be in the gay anarchist group.
Wow.
Okay.
You're not
All right,
ambidextrous enough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Derek J owns that group. And
Please spank me and whip me,
What?
Rebel Mistress. You have to
Oh,
go to my
wow.
other show for those kind
Oh,
of
wow.
comments.
Oh, by the
guys.
way,
Show.
Don't worry, audience. I take care of that.
Wow. Holy smokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're listening live, you should also be at rebelloveshow.com/watch, where you can join in on the chat room and see fun little
Yeah, we got the
bits
LRN
like that. That was fun.
Yeah, we got the LRN chat right there on the sites, and you can
Yeah.
also watch us live in person instead of listening to us through your ears.
I think I definitely sound a lot better than I look.
You do look, Shire Dude. For those that don't know, Shire Dude has probably the greatest radio voice I've heard in a long time.
You mean Shire Jesus?
Shire Jesus?
Well, he says he sounds better than he looks, but I saw the costume for the doctor from Archer. I forgot his name. Right?
No, I don't think that was me. Was that me?
Are you talking
Wasn't
about?
it?
Are you talking about the?
Wasn't that who you were imitating? You looked like a cartoon. You put on makeup like a cartoon.
Makeup? No.
Oh shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
maybe it was. You know what? I bet you.
We'll have
I
to-
thought it was
You're
you.
outing Shire Dude.
It was probably
when he goes to those drag
Zach.
clubs, he doesn't want people.
Okay,
to know.
you'll have to show me this picture.
Yeah, I think it was Zach.
Huh. Was he Krieger from
are you-
Archer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Are you talking about the Keenevention party or something different?
No,
for a
it wasn't the
costume he was
convention
wearing?
party. I don't think.
It was just like a picture, like a profile picture or something.
I think I saw it on
picture
profile
of
picture.
Shire
I'm
Dude?
not sure when he did it, but
Oh.
He looks animated,
Dang
but
I've been told my recent profile picture looks like a Guy Fawkes mask.
you mean the mouth?
Yeah, it's
profile
just your
picture?
mouth.
Yeah, well, yeah.
How did that treat you on Tinder?
The
Your
thumb-
mouth profile picture. How did people react to that?
I don't use Tinder. Tinder isn't useful
Well,
for me
that is your mistake.
because I hide my Facebook likes, and I
No,
know a lot
that's,
of
that's
people.
stupid.
No, I know a lot of
See,
people
look.
don't
What do you
understand.
like on Facebook that you don't want people to know about?
It's not that. It's that you have a certain amount of social capital, right? And Facebook sees your likes and uses that to promote whatever you like. So it goes to like me and is like, Anne likes McDonald's because it wants me to go to McDonald's, right? But you have like a certain amount of social capital. So like if you go and start promoting a bunch of junk, then you lose that, you lose that.
Yeah. It dilutes it.
It dilutes it. Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Okay, well the thing is,
And I don't want that to happen through Facebook.
yeah, but the thing is, if you use Tinder, it shows when you match with someone, it shows
shows
your
the likes.
similar likes.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing to do in being in New Hampshire is you just purposely go like Dunkin' Donuts, and then you always have a similar like with every single person you match with.
Well, me and Rob are Tinder activists, so I think if you don't have anything in common with someone or any likes, then I'm gonna think you're weird and I'm not gonna talk to you. So first step, guys, you better go start liking some stuff.
But see, I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. So if
Yeah,
someone
I don't
clicked
either.
that just to match, they wouldn't match me.
Look,
Well, they're
you're
not
never
the one
gonna
for you.
find someone that is 100% on board with you.
No, I got it.
But the vast majority of people here in the Shire, they like Dunkin' Donuts. Right?
Rob's addicted.
I am addicted. I have a Dunkin'. I have a Dunkin' Donuts. Like I'm drinking Starbucks coffee out of a Dunkin' Donuts mug right now. That's how hardcore I am.
Somebody wants me to share the story of how I became a libertarian.
Is it interesting?
Well, I don't know that it's interesting enough.
It's interesting enough. Tell us about yourself, Dale.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Do you know-
beautiful
Go
self.
for it.
I think I'm one of those people who just discovered I was libertarian. I didn't so much become one.
You just
Right? I
discovered.
always was one, essentially.
Uh-huh.
And then I had, I'll give you the short version of the story.
Okay.
A super liberal friend of mine, he mentioned libertarians, and he was being tactful about it. He wasn't just ripping into libertarians, but he didn't like them. I could tell he disagreed with them, and he was saying something about them. And I asked him, like, what is that? I don't even know what that means. And he gave me the definition, and I'm like, okay. And he says, well, here, let me give you an example. He says, like, for instance, libertarians believe that a small business owner, this is the example he gave. He didn't mention big businesses. A small business owner, because he owns his company, should be able to, like, not hire you for being gay or whatever. And I'm like, really? Like, and I had him clarify it. And he's like, and I'm like, well, like, what's the reasoning? And he says, well, their reasoning is that they don't need a reason because they own the company. So they can hire who they want or fire who they want. And that's all there is to it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. and I think it just kind of, his head kind of spun a little bit, because he's like, no, I wasn't trying to get you to become a libertarian. I was trying to tell you why you should not be a
He's
libertarian.
like the worst anti-libertarian ever.
I think most people are. Like, even the hit pieces I read, like State Senate, like, this person is against taxes. Like, okay. Like, what are you?
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
It's
I know,
the same
but-
effect of if you hate like Christopher Cantwell and you share a Christopher Cantwell article and you're like, this is terrible, I hate this. All the people who read it and like it are gonna start reading Christopher Cantwell articles.
Yeah, you just did him a favor.
Yeah, you're just promoting him.
Well,
still,
thank
yeah,
you.
It's one of those things that you're still getting promotion.
Right.
Well, bad publicity is still publicity.
Is all publicity like good publicity?
It depends on your goals.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned that if you're trying to get a lot of hits, which is really, that's what Chris Cantwell's looking for, right?
Right.
I think he is using the right strategy for Chris Cantwell.
Right.
And
Clickbait
really,
articles.
for his kind of thing, like he is obviously trying to piss some people off.
Mhm.
So bad publicity for him, yeah, it's good publicity, but it depends on what it depends on what you're trying to do. Like if you're out there, like if your goal is not so much entertainment, getting a lot of hits on your website, your goal is like change hearts and minds, then yeah, bad publicity is not necessarily good publicity. You know, so I think it really depends on what you're trying to do. Like I said, if you want to get a lot of hits, you can nail your testicles to a wooden board and film it and post
Oh,
that,
gosh.
and you will probably get a lot of hits.
Maybe Cantwell's activism is to wake up the brutalist camp to over to our side.
I think Cantwell's activism is to be a comedian who makes money and is popular on the web. I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to call it activism.
It may be something he says along the way could change someone's opinion on some things. I think when I heard him speak at Keenevention, he kind of changed my opinions on not change my opinions, but maybe kind of look at things from his perspective, which isn't necessarily a
I've
bad
heard
thing.
some very interesting argumentation come out of Cantwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can say I've never thought about something that way, and I always try to aim for that to see if I've ever thought about it that way. And he definitely puts it that way, whether I agree with it or not.
Yeah.
It makes me think,
Of
and
course.
that's all it's supposed to do.
Well, I mean, we both know that Anne here is trying to. She's trying to run the whole. She's trying to pull a Cantwell.
I'm
with her
trying to
show.
pull a Cantwell. With my
Yeah.
Is
show.
Anne like Christopher Cantwell of Manchester?
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
a sweet, nice.
Yeah, unless someone
individual.
crosses you.
Unless someone crosses me, then fuck you.
Justin Bieber says gay.
He would too.
Oh man.
We'll be back with more gayness when we return.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I want to do is during the show, I also want to give a
Fucking hippies.
I also want to give a shout out to Liberty Phoenix.
That's funny.
I enjoy when people call
Oh
me hippies.
yeah. Oh,
Because
Liberty
he's probably
Phoenix.
listening to TuneIn Radio.
Do you think he's listening to us right now?
We should. We'll find out.
But he'd be listening on
Who
LRN.
is that? Who?
Liberty Phoenix.
Oh,
He's a new
coming
mover. He
here.
literally will be here
Oh,
like
okay.
at 11:30 or 12 o'clock. He's moving from
okay.
Illinois.
I've seen him in the chat room on.
Yeah, he is he's an LRN junkie. He's
Okay.
always on LRN. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, we hung out at Porcfest. And,
Good guy, really good guy.
He's a really nice guy.
I know him.
You might.
You might recognize him.
You might have met him at Porcfest.
Why does it say please stand by? I
There's
think
a
something's wrong.
show that has Phoenix in the title, but that's something else. Freedom's Phoenix. That's different, right?
RebelLoveShow.com.
Freedom's Phoenix is a different thing.
Freedom's Phoenix is God, what's his name?
Okay.
What?
Different from Liberty Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's why I got
that's
confused.
what's his name?
Ernest Hancock.
Ernest Hancock.
Yeah. Ernest
He
Hancock.
he designed this.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He I was on his show once to talk about something that came up on my show. Like I guess he overheard, and then he. invited me on his show to
I
continue
first
talking
met
about it.
I first met Ernest Hancock at Porcfest
Uh-huh.
in line at Making Bacon Pancakes. God, I miss making bacon pancakes. Did you try those? Making bacon pancakes.
Bacon. Okay. Like
What?
Bacon,
dog.
Georgia.
Yeah, like
Oh.
yeah. Anyways,
That was my phone tone for a while. Was from Adventure Time.
yeah, they had Adventure Time like logo on their like banner.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be an Adventure Time movie.
Really. I've only seen
Some
like
of the voices
I've
are
only seen
great.
like one
Like,
Adventure
MPH
Time
is gonna be a
episode.
voice. There are a bunch of voices that are gonna be really cool.
All right,
And, along with Dylan.
We should become. I think we're coming back right after this. Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And this week we got Liberty Forum, and it's going to be a crazy pack jam event for both me and Shire Dude here. We're going to be working our asses off this Liberty Forum. If you're not coming to Liberty Forum, I don't know what's wrong with you. You already should have bought tickets. You already should be there. We're going to be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, recording at 2:30 in the media room at Liberty Forum. So if you're in Manch, Vegas, come out, watch us live. We're gonna have. We still need to get a guest for Thursday. We got to work on that. However, we're slacktivists. But
do you want to announce the guest that we
let's,
got?
let's do it. Why not? It's an awesome
that's
guest.
awesome.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, Friday at 2:30, we got Jeffrey Tucker. So come
Can't
over.
wait.
Yeah, I know that's gonna be fun.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then if you're an LRN fan, we got Cody and Melinda Saturday, and that it really means a lot for both of us because we all hung out last Liberty Forum, and it's been a year, and our lives have completely changed.
Yeah.
In so many weird, bizarre ways.
I met-
since the last time we were there. And
Yeah. I met you and Cody and Melinda all at Liberty Forum last year.
Yes.
All for the first time.
Yeah.
And we've just come a really
What was your
long
first
way.
impression of Rob?
I thought he was-
Yeah. Please go forth. Go.
I think Rob, I thought he was kind of a douche, actually.
Oh,
to be
okay.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't know.
douchey?
Yeah, he
kind of like a
comes off
wise
as a
guy,
douche.
kind of douchey. A little like like over the top at first. Like he's kind
Uh-huh.
of like a lot to take in.
Yeah.
But now that I've got to know,
He's
you know,
a sweetheart.
the gentle Rob that he is.
He is a sweetheart, but he is a douche as well.
Whoa! How am I a douche?
You
Does a
know,
douche
you have douche-like qualities.
A douche,
that a good
in
thing
my
or a bad
opinion,
thing?
I thought a lot
Let's
about what
define
this word
douche here.
means,
Go on.
because I was using the word and I'm like, wait a minute, what do I mean by douche, right?
Yeah.
And I thought about, like, when I think of douche, I think of the guys in college, like that's in a fraternity who's got rich parents, and he wears his collar up and he hits on every girl, and if she doesn't like him, then she must be a lesbian. And you know,
he's not
like,
that douchey.
you know,
Not really, not
no.
like that.
someone
No,
who's
he-
really into themselves,
Yeah.
and thinks that they're awesome, and more so than other people think they're awesome. So that's my notion of what a douche is.
My
maybe.
thing is like he can come off as.
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying Rob's
Yeah.
a douche. He's not coming across that way to me.
my thing was like he can come off as abrasive to new people, to people who
Yeah.
don't know him.
Yeah,
Of course, I
Well-
understand a lot of the, you know, where it comes from.
Yeah,
so.
he's really
I'm
passionate.
just me.
No, you're just a really passionate person, and if someone doesn't know you, they might perceive that as you just trying too hard. And
The rebel mistress is
Oh.
super biased here, by the way.
I am super biased. I mean, I sleep with the guy, but you know, I could see that what other people think of him. But
Uh-huh.
but once they get to know you, you're the sweetest person ever, and that's just inevitable.
Oh, I know.
I know.
If only
Yeah.
everyone knew that.
The trying too hard person is very different from a douche. It's a different kind of thing.
I don't try hard.
Okay.
I'm just me. No, seriously. I don't give a
He's
shit like what
and
other
the
people
other
think
thing
of
is,
me.
Rob's a salesperson. So it's just whenever he comes across someone, he's selling them on New Hampshire, and it's just like
Yeah.
That's
most
true.
people don't
It's
expect
Liberty
that.
Form.
That's
Of course
true.
I'm
No,
going to
you-
sell it
you
to
sell,
people.
You sell that on everything.
He is
like,
always
whenever
closing.
you talk to someone, you are trying to close the deal.
Yeah.
I'm
Ron.
a salesperson as a living, okay? That's how I make my living and my day job. I sell. I'm a salesman. So
you're
yeah.
good at it.
He's
so,
good at it,
I
yeah.
mean, hey,
Yeah.
if you were bad at it, that'd be one thing. But
Yeah.
so
Anywho, I have a story about my day job earlier today, but I'm going to hold that for later tonight. Anyways, Liberty Forum.
Yeah, one thing about all those 3 shows at Liberty Forum is they're not going to be live. So unless you're
bo-
there,
Yeah, well, it's going to be on the podcast feed and
Yeah.
the YouTube channel,
We'll
Rebel
get it
Love,
after the fact,
youtube.com/Rebel Love Show. But yeah,
Yep.
it's going to be bonus content
Yeah.
for our feed. So we're going to release it between these episodes. You get a little taste of what Liberty Forum is in case you didn't make it there. Because I remember years past when I couldn't make Liberty Forum, I would always make sure I listened to all the podcasts and whatnot that were there just so I get an idea of what Liberty Forum was like. So if you can't make it, we'll try and give some content for you. And if go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna plug the fact that we're gonna be doing a live
Oh,
show.
yeah,
That's
man.
right. Thursday nights.
Thursday night at 10, we will be live at Liberty Forum. So you can come, and if, depending on how busy it is, you might be able to get on.
See,
from
I
there.
kind of consider us right now sitting here at this table. We're kicking off Liberty Forum. Liberty
feels
Forum
like
starts
that.
right now. It started
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah, it's coming up any moment. It does feel like we're
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
kind of kicking off Liberty Forum.
well, this is Siren will be
our
at the
first.
registration table, and it will be my first. So I don't really know what to expect. What can I expect at Liberty Forum?
A lot of libertarians and anarchists.
Is it like Keenevention?
Think bigger. Than
Bigger.
Keenevention.
Okay.
Bigger, a little more organized, a little more events going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little
More partying,
bit more.
drugs, alcohol.
Hopefully, it's a lot. Hopefully, just like Keenevention, it's a lot of sex, a lot of drugs, and a lot of anarchy.
Well,
I mean,
That's what I want to see.
That's all I
That's-
ever wanted.
that's whatever people do there. And I would say that I've been a little bit disappointed sometimes at Liberty Forum. There's not more parties going on. Like,
Well,
later on.
in case
but-
you were in case that is the the situation, we have that covered.
Yes.
The Rebel Love Show is doing a party at the Quill that Saturday night, 10:30, $5 coverage if you're in Mensch Vegas. It's the biggest, in my opinion, because it's taken over the SLA party from last year. Those parties, the Liberty Forum party, the official Liberty Forum party, is always the biggest party of the year besides porcfest, obviously. So come out to that. Come party with other activists, not just in Mensch, but throughout the state. We'll all be there. It's definitely a great time to just network with other like-minded people and have a good time. I mean, in all honesty, I don't care about any of the talks at Liberty Forum. I just want to hit, like, just like with
a few.
Keenevention. There's a couple I want to go see and whatnot, but for the most part,
Who's the keynote or whatever? Do you know?
well, Jeffrey Tucker's one of them,
Okay.
and then so is Jack Byrne of was it Jack Byrne? What's Overstock?
Patrick Byrne.
Patrick Byrne. My apologies, Patrick
Okay.
Byrne. Yeah, he's the keynote.
He's got to come to Liberty Forum because
Oh, and then Ben's on
Overstock
too.
is still getting most of its Bitcoin transactions from New Hampshire. The majority of its Bitcoin
Well,
transactions.
he was at Porcfest and loved it. I watched part of his.
Homie's an
talk.
ANCAP, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never shopped at overstock.com, but now, I mean, I guess that's giving me a reason to go.
Well, you know what?
use it.
People should, if they're not donating Bitcoin to the Rebel Love Show, they should go donate Bitcoin to the Seditious Sirens so you can go maybe buy some equipment for your show.
Exactly. We need to buy more incense. Is that what you mean?
I wasn't talking about the incense.
Candles.
I wasn't talking about the lipstick. I wasn't talking about the
we
drugs.
We definitely
I was
need more
saying-
lipstick
I
and
was saying
drugs.
so you can buy maybe a laptop or external hard drive or something, so
Why?
you're not
You
using
just
this
got me
stuff.
a laptop,
I think
babe.
people
I can
should
buy a new
donate.
one.
I think people should donate to Flaming Freedom for hookers and blow.
I think people
Hookers
should
and
send me
blow.
all their
High five to that
Dogecoins.
one.
Yeah, they should send some Doge to Shire Dude, but
Yeah.
and I take Bitcoin too, and trust me, I will spend it. If it's not on equipment, it will probably be on drugs.
So this is how I feel like, well, I don't know if I am a good anarchist, but how I hope to be a good anarchist. If you're going to buy it anyway, why not buy it agorist? Come to Community Market Day, go to overstock.com and get shit.
The overstock.com is not agorist.
Where'd you get
Well, you're buying it in Bitcoin, so you're still contributing, kind of. So
It's
I mean-
kind of the
Mm.
counter economy, but it's not agorist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
they still pay taxes and they file with the government and all that.
But where'd you get that haircut?
Oh, I got this haircut agorist in my kitchen. so-
Just now, yeah.
Yeah, you just got an illegal haircut in our kitchen.
Oh, already?
It's pretty
Yep.
cool.
Some things are very hard to practically do, agorist.
Yeah.
Like trying to run a big online business with scale on any scale. And, you know,
Ashley M. Hinton, if you would like an awesome haircut, guys.
And we
write
got
her
more
on Facebook.
agorism right after this. Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show, and in this segment, I kind of want to talk about Flaming Freedom, because Flaming Freedom has been
awesome.
resurrected by you and Derek J, who couldn't make it unfortunately tonight.
Yeah, Derek really deserves more credit for that because I pretty much hung it up until someone else was wanting to come in and steer because and I thought it was going to be Lauren. And then, but Derek was one who stepped up first. Lauren is swamped with crazy, stressful stuff. I don't
Mhm.
blame her at all for not starting it back up yet. But Derek wanted to do it, and he wanted to retire Peace News Now for his reasons. I don't want to try to go into that.
And
Because,
we were honored to take that slot on our
okay.
end. Yeah, we're in the
All
Peace
right.
News Now slot, so we jumped at
I
that
thought
opportunity.
I thought Flaming Freedom was in the Peace News
He
Now
was on
slot.
twice a week.
Oh,
believe.
okay.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
took
yeah.
the other
We
slot.
took
I got
this
it.
slot. Two seconds. Yeah.
I got
Sister
it.
slots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're sister sluts. I
Yeah.
love
Sister
it.
slot, and we're just down the block. And we're just down the block from each other.
Rebel love and flaming freedom.
Yeah.
That sounds passionate.
Flaming
love.
Yes.
is the
Yeah,
name of
flaming
this
rebel
episode.
love. That's
Yeah.
what this is. This episode is flaming rebel love.
It's hot.
That's what I
That
think.
means things are gonna get dirty, people.
With a little bit of sedition next to it.
So yeah, what do you want to know about flaming freedom? What kind of questions? I don't know.
Is it well, why the resurrection, and how is it gonna be a new format? Because it seems like it's a little different.
Why the resurrection is because Derek was willing to pick it up, and I said I'd be a host, but basically it was like this. Flaming Freedom was a full-time, it wasn't full-time, I'm sorry, but it was a pretty big part-time job that didn't pay.
Oh, believe
And-
me, believe
Yeah,
me,
I'm sure you
I'm
know.
well aware.
I'm sure you know.
I don't make money off of this, people.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a labor of love. Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, I would love for us to start making money. That'd be great. But in the meantime, so I had my reasons why I didn't want to keep doing it. The being a part-time job that doesn't pay and not feeling like it was moving forward or growing. I didn't feel like people were spreading the word and helping us to get more known. And I was trying some different things, but nothing was really working. And eventually I was just like, I just can't keep motivating myself to do this, partly because I was really the only one that was working to that degree on it.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren kind of seemed willing to do some more, but she was really busy. So, Neil was never really that into it. enough, I felt like, and that's fine for him. He just wasn't that into it. So, and I felt like, if someone was passionate about it, like I felt like I could keep motivating myself to do it, but it just wasn't there. So I decided to retire it, but I said if someone wanted to start it back up, that'd be great. And I would co-host on it pretty regularly. And so I told Derek, I said, I'll co-host a lot. I don't know if it'll be every single show, but like a lot,
Yeah.
If something comes up, I may not be able to do it, but generally I will co-host. But I said, as soon as I walk out the studio door, I'm done.
I got you.
So, and Derek understands that. Like, he knows that he's going to be any editing, whatever.
He's at the helm, but you're like you're just riding shotgun with him.
Yeah, but I find myself doing a little more than I thought I would. Like, I'm already promoting a little bit more on Facebook and stuff because if I want to do it anyway, I'll just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, because it's something you like doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And now that there's someone else who cares about it, Derek really does care about it. Now that there's someone else who cares about it, it's easier to kind of motivate myself to do a little more.
I really
Even though
like
I
you
said,
guys'
no, I'm
show.
not going to do anymore.
It's very interesting. I like it.
Cool.
Well, yeah, like it definitely gives a different perspective.
Derek has taken it in a different direction,
Yeah,
which is fine.
No, it's a fun show.
It's his thing to do. He's steering.
My thing is, and I try to do this with this show what I can, and I don't know if we succeed or not, but for me, I don't think there's enough. There's all this liberty content out there that's all very serious, and I feel like your show and our show and whatnot, it's really more for people
Seditious Sirens.
And Seditious Sirens. Like all of our shows are more based off. It's niche. We're very, very niche. Like I don't know which one of us are the three shows that are represented here. I don't know which show is more niche, but all of it's very niche. We're going after the people that kind of haven't moved yet, and it's also more just kind of entertainment for the liberty, crowd. And you're basically the same thing, but for the gay liberty crowd.
I would say we're a libertine show.
Okay.
And you probably are too.
Yeah.
I imagine. Like, we're still we're libertarian, but like there's libertine and there's libertarian.
Yeah.
And there's sort of two different things, but there can be plenty of overlap.
Yes.
And so we're both of those. And and I'd say we're more libertine than we were before. Like a lot of what Derek wants to talk about, we used to talk about too, but now it's like it's more the thrust of the show.
Yeah.
A bulk of the show now is really talking about like more personal stuff and like and especially like stuff that's a little crazy and like
that's why I love it. I mean, you guys were talking about orgasms on the show.
Everybody knows Derek's fetishes in great detail now.
I mean,
oh,
really
yeah.
because we're here and we're living our lives free. So I mean, I think entertainment is fine, especially in moderation if you know how to handle it.
Well, I mean, for me, the whole idea of like entertainment, there's not that much entertainment for liberty-minded people, and on top of that, we already let's face facts, people. We moved for the Free State Project. We're already living life on the fringe as it is. We might as well just like live that life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like our shows kind of they represent that life that we're living.
Do you think flaming freedom?
You have to have a life. You can't just be activism all the time.
Oh,
you know,
no,
you have to have a life as well.
Believe me, I get that.
Get on with your life.
But do you think being on Flaming Freedom, do you think that might encourage people to move here? Do you think someone's seeing?
Oh, I like to think so, especially if they're like in the LGBT. There are a lot of like closet libertarians.
Right.
This is the funny thing. I'm using closet in a different way here, but there's a lot of closet libertarians in the LGBT community. Like I was essentially one of them for a long time, and I think knowing that I want them to realize how comfortable we are here. Because I can imagine a lot of people thinking New England as being like stuffy small towns, and like really conservative people and everything. I'm like, the atmosphere is really very different than what they might think. And so I'm telling about that. I can
completely agree with you on that because for me, I mean, I'm poly, but I'm straight, but I can relate to people who are bi, gay, pansexual, whatnot. I've never been around so many people that are like that ever in my life. And
there's a lot here.
There's a lot. There's a lot of people here,
And right in the liberty community, and I have yet to really like any kind of bigotry has been very fringe. Right. Like there's some fringe, and then the rest of the liberty community just piles up on them. Like,
if anyone ever says something, they'll be ostracized immediately for it. If that individual is not violating my NAP by their actions, then why should I care?
Right.
This is kind of like the testing grounds. Like this is where we walk the walk. This is not where we talk the talk. If someone is being,
and it goes beyond that, I would say even like there really is it's more than just tolerance. I'd say it even goes to the level of acceptance. It's really like what I'm surprised by is how the degree to which, you know, the majority straight, you know, it is majority straight libertarians here, but there are a lot of LGBTs.
Yeah.
But the majority of straight people here are very comfortable. Like they're not like normally if you're being LGBT in some circles, if you're not hanging out with your LGBT friends in this like secluded circle of friends, and I actually mix with a lot of straight people. Most of my friends are straight here, but they're so comfortable. I can talk about gay stuff anytime, very casually, and the straight people don't have to make like the uncomfortable humor to kind of because they're uncomfortable. They don't have to do that here because they're just it's not a big deal. Really.
I feel like we're all accepting. I mean, it's fine if you're gay. It's fine if you're whatever, as long as you don't try to force your beliefs on me. I think that's everyone's prerogative. So it's just everyone's more accepting because you can do whatever you want or whoever you want. It has nothing to do with me.
Or you could do a 2-hour show on LRN talking about all your fetishes about BBC.
Exactly. And if you want to listen,
devices.
that's all voluntary. And I think that's what makes our community so strong because it's all voluntary, our interactions. And I think Shire Dude has something where as it's reputations that matter the most here.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today.
Yeah. It's not like who you choose to associate with. It's more so your reputation in the community.
Well, yeah.
Are you an honest person? Are you
reputation's
going
everything,
to do what you say you're going to do and things like that?
But besides reputation, being here, you can be whoever you want and live the life you really want.
And no one will judge you.
And we'll be back with more of us living our lives.
Such a man word.
That actually reminds me a lot of my cat.
Really?
Yeah, like kind of that laid back older cat attitude, you know, really chill.
Yeah.
Thirst? Who said thirst? Thrust.
No, but like I was serious though about
Cleared for Ash.
about like how it's
She usually
so
likes to sit next to me during the show.
there's so many people that are not. I'm used to just being a completely like straight. You know, I knew one gay person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like here, you know, most of the people I've dated have been pansexual. All right. And being surrounded by other people that are pansexual or gay or whatnot. And it's just normal life to where it's definitely opened up my mind a lot more than what I was ever used to, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems before I moved here, I either like I had my circle of straight friends and I had my circle of gay friends and they didn't mix.
Yeah.
Here it's completely different. I just have a huge circle of friends and like a certain chunk of them are gay or lesbian or whatever, or pan or, you know,
Or poly.
But they're all mixed. They're all mingling together. Like we're all friends, and most of my friends are straight. It's refreshing because I kind of feel like I've just sort of integrated into society.
There's not that segregation.
Yeah. There's a weird segregation that seems to happen elsewhere that's not necessary here.
Yeah,
it's not even necessary.
It definitely existed where I was from too.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at the Buzz's Big Gay Dance Party at Porcfest. Oh my God, it's still 90% straight.
Everyone's so
right?
prepared for that. Like,
we
everyone
gotta,
looks forward to that, and they're like 90% straight.
We gotta get our game on for that. I mean, we gotta get our game on for Buzz's Big Gay
I've had
Dance
some
Party.
ideas to do something. I never do anything usually other than just go. I don't dress up or anything. I have some ideas for this year though. I'm thinking of doing a gender bender Daisy Duke.
Oh yes.
And if I can find two guys to do the other cousins, Luke and
I would have been upset.
what are their names? Luke and
Say that one more time.
what are the names of the from
What happened?
you know Daisy Duke and what was the show? Oh shoot,
Daisy Duke.
You don't know who Daisy Duke is?
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, Daisy
Right.
Duke. What about it?
So Luke and
I don't even remember.
oh hello
I
Ian.
got a computer.
Hey, Ian. What?
Oh, I don't know if I could do that. It's gonna be enough to just come up with mine. but
What did he say?
He wants me to provide the outfit. Well, the outfit is just jeans and What are the Dukes of Hazzard?
No. Yeah.
Jeans
It's
and
just
plaid shirts and
and
a
it- no,
button
it's
up. But
somebody-
you should be
You
Daisy
could be the
Duke.
dark.
No, you should go as Daisy Duke.
I would definitely be the gender bender Daisy Duke. I wouldn't do drag. That's boring. I would do a male Daisy Duke,
Oh,
like a
okay.
gay male Daisy Duke.
Whoa.
Do that.
Like I would
Just
wear
get a wife beater.
kind of
Get a
like-
wife
yeah.
beater and like really tight, short.
I would wear like short
Jeans.
cut off blue jeans.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
Bo Duke,
Yeah,
Daisy
Bo
Duke,
and
and
Luke.
Luke Duke.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pull off one of those. You're not gonna.
That was
I
so
love how
weird. It
Ian
went
just
silent.
jumped in. All
It
of a
went
sudden,
silent for a minute.
I thought
I'm
we
like,
lost
what's
the
going
connection
on?
for a second.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But
I think he should wear a banana hammock, like the one from Bruno.
Well, no, Daisy Duke wears
Oh,
cut off
geez.
really.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
what do you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
talk
I
about?
know.
Like
I'm-
go all the
I'm
way
from
up.
Georgia.
Next segment.
Trust me, I know
What do you
what
wanna talk
Daisy Dukes.
So I would
That's
wear
all
like
I ever called
we
shorts
call
was
them-
Daisy
we call them
Dukes.
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
So I would wear like
ask
super high
Dale's,
cut offs to like show a little
Well,
butt.
we'll be
Dale's
twins.
grinder at
You know,
That's what I'm gonna be wearing the whole
Me and Ads.
podcast. I swear, I've never called them shorts until I moved here.
You never
All
what?
right, what else
Called
you
them
want to talk about?
shorts until
Oh,
I moved
right,
here.
yeah.
We in the South,
we
it was
called them-
only Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, we called them Daisy Dukes.
Before
Just
we even
any
watched
kind
the
of
show.
any kind of really short shorts.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. We're at the top of the hour here. And let's bring up, well, we kind of want to go with what we just kind of left off of. You talked about, Dale, how moving here, there's like no discrimination in regards to the FSP community, the porcupine community.
How it's so integrated. Something that the listeners on LRN may have missed was we were talking in the break is in everywhere I've lived prior, I had my gay friends, and then I had my straight friends, and they were two completely separate circles that almost never intermingled.
Yeah.
And here it's all intermingled, and it's just all one big happy family, and that's refreshing. It's integrated. It's like there really is, like, you know, we're all just one big happy community,
Well, we're all human beings.
and everyone's so comfortable with LGBT subjects and everything. It's really refreshing.
Have you noticed any kind of discrimination outside of the porcupine community?
I haven't personally. I know it happens. It's not something that happens often, I don't think.
It's funny because I mean, as a Black woman, I just feel like
Wait. You're black?
You're black.
And wait,
Well,
What?
not on the record.
I thought we're
Not
all
on the
racist
record.
here. Like, what's
mean,
going on?
all libertarians are racist Nazis. But anyway, I never feel. I feel in Boston it was more so people were more self-conscious or nervous to say something, but here it's just people don't give a fuck really about like what color you are, especially in the FSP community. I felt more comfortable around the FSP than I did maybe walking around outside. I felt people would judge me more because there aren't a lot of Black people here, and it was
No.
just people are asking, "Oh, are you the only Black person in New Hampshire?" Like no one asked me that. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't think so. I'm not quite sure. I haven't.
Have
really
you noticed a
looked.
trend
Well,
that
I'm-
I'm seeing a lot? I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I'm curious if you noticed it. Is there's a lot of it looks like a lot of parents who have adopted Black children or other minority children in New Hampshire. It seems like very common here. Have you seen that a lot? Like
I've
I've seen a
seen
lot
that.
of
I've
I
seen some
really
white
haven't been
parents
here
that have-
long enough. To
I'm
Well,
assuming
I
they're
work-
adopted.
I
I
mean,
mean, I might be being
with-
presumptuous, but
With
I
my
mean,
day job, I've seen that. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that a few times.
I've
I
seen
mean-
that a lot here.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't notice in the community. That's kind of what I mean. I don't notice that. I mean, no one points out anyone else's differences. I may be maybe the only Black person in the room, but I never feel that way. And it's very different from when I was in Boston, where it was like I always felt that way.
Like you're conscious. Like that's- I think I can understand that because I don't feel like unless we were talking about it because it's the subject that comes up. Like I don't normally think about like, oh, I'm the gay guy in the
Yeah,
room or something
exactly.
either. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
So it's more comfortable. I feel more at home. I feel more relaxed. Even in a polyamorous nature, I tell people this all the time. When I was in Boston, I felt like if I was polyamorous, that was just something that was necessarily kinky, and that's it. it wasn't something that I just felt and that I wanted to do, because I never felt right with just maybe a man or a woman. I kind of always thought maybe we should all just be together. And I always thought something was wrong with that. And when I came here, it was just like, well, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you want to be, it doesn't necessarily put you in this category as super kinky, because I didn't feel like I was that way. But until I moved here, it kind of clarified it for me that that's just who I am, and that's fine. No one cares.
Well, yeah, like for me, like moving here, I wasn't poly when I moved here. I was actually very, very anti-poly when I got here, and I went down the whole poly rabbit hole when I got here. It was almost like going down a whole, like, you know, a lot of
poly red pill moment.
Yeah, it was my poly red pill moment. Yeah, no, seriously, like you have your red pill moment with liberty, and you go down that whole rabbit hole. You know, I went down the Alex Jones side and somehow ended up here and, you know, finding voluntarism and liberty and the non-aggression principle and finding my way to the Shire. But when I came here, I never thought I'd go down another rabbit hole. And a few months into living here, which is about roughly a whole Shire year, I discovered, you know, I already knew about it before I moved, but I opened up to it, and my life has never been the same since. And I wouldn't have met my rebel mistress across the table here.
So I have an alternate lifestyle myself.
Wait. You have an alternate lifestyle besides being a porcupine, besides being gay.
Yes.
And doing a radio show.
Yeah.
You have another alternative lifestyle on
Right.
top of that.
I like, you're poly, right?
Yes.
I'm uni.
What does that mean?
What is uni?
It's
I
like-
don't think I've heard of that.
Well, unless you count my cat. What's that? Does that uni?
If
is
you're
like,
into bestiality, I'm not going to judge you.
No, uni is like one, like no partners.
Is that asexual?
No, I'm not asexual. That's different.
Okay.
I'm actually, I expressed skepticism about asexuality on my show, and I know someone's going to be very angry with me about that.
Well, there's
But
like
I'm
1%
just being
of the population
honest.
out there that is.
Yeah, I'm just being honest that I don't know.
Yeah.
Asexuality, this whole notion is something that is very difficult for me to wrap my head around.
But you're a uni.
I'm that was a joke.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
I am,
like if some stud tries to come
I'm
sweep you off your feet, you're not going to say no,
I
right?
said on Flaming Freedom. Are we allowed to kind of talk dirty?
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
I-
Until,
I-
until
yeah.
Ian puts the band hammer down, go forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So let's see if we upset Ian enough to do it. But so like on Flaming Freedom, well, I've said it on Flaming Freedom, so probably not. So on Flaming Freedom, I said, you know, I'm not working at it at all. If I was like sitting here with my wiener out and a guy like landed on it, like with his legs spread, then that would
Repeatedly,
be
he just kept
yeah.
falling from the
And he
sky.
started just riding it. Then okay, we're dating now, I guess. But that's just about what it would take. I think. I don't, you know, I'm not like out. Look, I'm not
Okay,
trying to date.
so what if that guy was two men and they were both poly?
That's fine.
Yeah, what
That's
was
fine.
Oh, wow,
what is
okay.
the poly community like in the gay community?
Yeah.
You're asking the wrong person. I don't think there's really. I mean,
Are there poly gay?
I don't-
Yeah, are there poly gay people? Like, there's something.
I've
Everyone does
heard-
poly differently. You
well,
can be.
all my friends is just like they could hook up with whoever they want. as
yes,
long
that's
as it's-
different, right?
It's
That's different.
told.
That's
Right.
more like just an
It's
open relationship.
relationships I've heard about, but I haven't really heard poly before I came to New Hampshire.
That
I don't
makes sense.
think.
I've
Like,
heard Stephanie Murphy mentioned that most poly women like women as well. Like they're bi or lesbians.
I've never met a
I
poly
don't-
woman that it doesn't
I've
like.
never
That's straight.
met a woman who doesn't like tits.
That's true. I think most
In
women
general.
I think
are
the only people who
bi
don't
or
like
pan.
tits are gay men. That's it.
No, you love tits. Come on.
I don't.
You-
I don't
you-
get
wait,
them at
wait.
all.
Tits are
Oh,
perfect.
come
You're
on,
just like
Dale.
you don't
I don't
admire
get
a
'em.
nice pair of tits. You're like you have
Don't-
really nice tits. No,
They seem wonderful for feeding babies. They really do.
feeding babies.
I don't know what.
Jesus.
Other than that, I don't know. I don't get
No.
them. I don't get them.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it's like the package.
mean, my whole thing was like I was saying before, when I felt like I had to classify myself as something that I wasn't before. It was people were saying that I was like bisexual or I guess gay because I was really into women, but I wasn't into women alone. I was into women with other men. So it was, to me, it was everyone was classifying me as you're gay or you're bisexual. Everyone was trying to put this label on me that I felt like I didn't fit into.
Labels, man.
Yeah. Who likes
So-
labels?
And then when I came into polyamory, it was more so, okay, well, I see this. I see that is something that I would want to do. And I've never been happier, honestly. But before that, it was just like everyone was trying to say, oh, you're just super kinky because you like women. And men.
I do hate Look, don't get me wrong. We're both kind of kinky, but
Oh, yeah.
but I hate
Well-
I hate the stereotype that like this kinky person that just wants as a slut that wants sex and whatnot for being poly. Like I actually
Yeah.
have committed relationships,
Right, which is
you know,
that's
and
what's
loving
different.
relationships.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just a
different
multiple.
from an open relationship.
Yeah, it's-
the gay people have that I've
We can-
known in the past.
we
Which
can
is
have
just it's okay to have sex with someone else. But.
Yeah, we can have multiple relationships, and we can have relationships together, or we can have relationships separately. I always felt like I love women. I think women are beautiful. I think women are extra beautiful with a man. I love them both together. I think that's how it should be, and I think it should be 3 people. I think that's the naturalist thing ever to me. And people thought that was weird. And for a long time, if everyone's telling you what you want and what you think is weird, you're going to start to think that something's wrong with you. And when I moved here, it was just people were so accepting. No one said anything, and I didn't feel like anyone was judging me, that I realized it's not that I'm super kinky. I mean, yeah, like you said, we're all kinky, but it's not that I'm just super kinky. It's that that's what I feel that I want to do and is right for my life, and no one should be able to tell me differently. I feel like I should be able to make that choice for myself. So it was just something moving here taught me who kind of what I liked and who I am.
That's why I love this woman, people. And that's why you should get on Tinder, do some Tinder activism, because you never know who you're going to meet and get to sign the FSP. And that's what I did.
So, Ann, you said you calmed down a lot after coming here. Dale, like, have you felt that? Like, what's Dale before the Free State Project?
I
Oh.
feel like I came here to calm down.
To calm down.
Kind
really?
of. Well, yeah,
Oh,
I understand
wow.
too.
Well, maybe-
I was already middle aged.
We gotta hear some
Maybe
past
we'll
Dale
excite you up
history.
and calm you down. We'll come
Oh,
back
wow.
at the top of the hour.
I mean, lots of gay men love these things.
Andre is.
I'm
apparently
so
touched a lot of
excited.
his.
Friggin' Liberty Phoenix, man. Liberty Phoenix is guys, if you don't know and you're in the chat room, Liberty Phoenix is coming here to the studio, like right now.
Liberty Phoenix is going to be here, hopefully by the end. If he can get through mass hole traffic in the snow, he will be here. We gotta do a shout out to him.
Yeah, man.
I think my tits are like a defiance of gravity because I have double D's and they still sit up.
They're magnificent.
The YouTube view is probably going crazy right now.
Yeah, and they both used to be pierced, but now only one of them.
Let me tell you something. When you lose a piercing on a nipple, you miss it.
It's a sad day.
That nipple is not the same
It's not
anymore.
whole
It's
anymore.
not whole. All right. Every time I go to it, now don't get me wrong, she has super sensitive nipples. All right. So I can't play with them as much as I want, but they're still cool because they're pierced, and I've been used to them for so many Shire years now. All right. But now that's gone, I miss it.
I don't understand. Can you just get them back or go get them back? Or what?
Grow another
I don't really
nipple
know
back.
why it closed.
Oh,
Actually,
it closed.
I
Okay.
I couldn't put it back in one day.
Oh, I see.
They fall out sometimes, but I couldn't put it back in. And they hurt. Let me tell you, that's the worst pain I've ever experienced. So I'm
Liberty
kind of
Phoenix is in the chat. Liberty Phoenix is in the chat.
No, he was. He's not anymore.
He is.
Yeah,
he just
was
commented.
talking to me. He loves talking to me.
No, he's not in there anymore.
Yeah, he said, "Love you guys. I'll see
He
you
left.
in a bit."
I got it on my phone.
Maybe he just left because
Yeah.
he just posted something.
Yeah, he said he'll see us in a bit. That means he'll be here in a little while.
This is the Liberty Beats.
Oh, Brian Hagen impressions, go.
I'm so
Liberty
drunk right
Beats.
now.
I can't do it.
This
I'm
is the
Brian Hagen.
Liberty
This is the Liberty Beats.
I was
This
sick the other
is
day.
the
It sounded exactly like
Liberty
Brian Hagen.
He does a great Brian Hagen.
No.
You know who
Yeah.
does a
I
great
bet
Brian
it was
Hagen?
Zach Fix.
Brian Hagen.
Is it Zach Fix? You guys look kind of similar. He might have been the one that dressed it up like
Maybe.
Dr. Krieger or Krieger. Dr. Krieger.
That'd be a fun costume.
It was pretty cool. You should
Let's
see
sign
it. You gotta
my-
look at him on Facebook.
Yeah,
It was his avatar at least for a while,
that's pretty cool.
and I thought it was you.
I love the Krieger character.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. His like animated. He's got like a Japanimation girlfriend.
Japanimation.
Oh, she's actually a hologram.
Oh,
He
God.
programmed.
And
his
he-
Who,
girlfriend.
Neil Connor?
No, no. That's got to be on the show. We gotta.
Yeah.
No.
But she thought Neil had an anime girlfriend.
Well, you say Asian.
Well,
he
is
wants
into
he wants it.
Asians.
He wants to be transformed. Into
I don't know.
So-
He wants to be
so
trans-
Neil-
He wants to be trans Asian.
You know what? Neil is.
Yeah, he's
I just
transracial.
realized this. Neil is into Asians.
And Godspeed
Derek
to
is
him.
into black guys, and I'm into Latinos. So we got
I-
the gambit.
Hey,
just about covered.
I like black
Well, I
poly
have time to
chicks.
pee.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
You don't
What's
like
that?
me because I'm black, though.
No, babe, I love you because you're you.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
should. And you should.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. This is top of the hour. We are a once-a-week broadcast from Manchester, New Hampshire. I am Rob Mathias.
I'm Shire Dude.
I'm Delbert.
And I am the rebel mistress of Seditious Sirens.
And we're going to, first off, before I even go into anything, we got a new mover en route from my home state of Illinois, Liberty Phoenix, LRN. Would you say he's a LRN
Junkie?
fanatic, junkie?
Yeah.
Anywho, Liberty Phoenix. Met you at porcfest. We never knew each other. We lived like an hour away. Never
Oh,
knew each
wow.
other. Met each other at porcfest and been in contact with them ever since.
Well, I can't wait to meet you, Liberty Phoenix. You're
yeah,
a sweetheart.
I'm pretty sure he's listening right now in his car. He's somewhere in down at the beyond the border in the Masshole area. So hopefully he makes it by the end of the show. If not, no worries. But big shout out to Liberty Phoenix.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love seeing a new mover, and he's moving at the perfect time. He's coming right here now,
before Liberty Forum.
And
Yeah.
right as the weather's about to get a lot nicer.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's been a hard winter.
It has, but it
Yeah.
feels like it's breaking. I mean, we might still get like another bad week or something.
You know, I don't
possibly,
mind
but-
all the snow, just if it melted.
Right, that's the
you know.
problem. Is it staying below freezing for so long? And
Yeah,
we had record. This was a record, though. So
Yeah.
the
Oh, really?
the thing you console yourself with is that this
you
is
can
about
last
as
through
bad
this.
as it's gonna get. Like,
Yeah.
this was a record snow and record low temperatures.
well, I mean, like for me, like I'm from Chicago, so, which always has worse winters. In all honesty, it gets a hell of a lot colder there than it does here.
Okay.
Like when I moved here last January, I left an Arctic vortex where it was negative 40-degree wind chills, where they actually closed down everything for the cold, not the snow. All right.
Right.
Where like you can go, I did like the whole
Because that's
water.
the kind of thing you can get frostbite really bad. If you're
Yeah,
not
yeah, it was
careful.
horrible. And then I moved
Yeah.
here and it was like 25, 30 degrees. You know, I felt like I came here with a tropical heat wave,
Yeah.
you know. But it's always really cold there than here.
And
It's
it
actually the
looks like
weather.
Starting tomorrow, it's going to be in the 40s, and then every day after that, it's going to like get.
You
above
guys are
freezing.
ridiculous. I remember when I used to think 60 was the winter in Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're from Georgia.
Oh, it's so cold. How am I ever gonna make it?
Well,
Now it's like 1 degree outside,
well,
and I'm
both-
like, it's trying to ruin me.
Well, both you and Shire Dude, you're both from warm climates. How have you been?
Yeah, I used to
acclimated
think
this?
60 was cold in California.
California
It's
is
like, how dare it
ridiculous.
be 60 degrees?
The people in California are such wusses. I couldn't get over that. I still remember, like, when I just moved to California. I was from Georgia.
Yeah.
First, I hadn't been to New
Okay.
Hampshire,
What
right?
part of Georgia?
I lived in Atlanta for the most part,
Oh, okay.
and so I was from Georgia. I moved to LA for my first job out of college, and I remember being in kind of just like a long sleeve shirt and some khaki pants. And I parked at the mall. I was going to check out the mall after work one day. And it was, I can't remember what the temperature was, but it was well above freezing. Maybe like 60 or something. And I'm walking casually toward the mall, and this woman was just bundled up like she was in New Hampshire in the below negative temperatures, and just bundled up with a scarf and a hat, and she was hugging herself, and she was just running full tilt like she was gonna freeze solid any moment. And I was stunned at how my headphone just went numb. I was just stunned that anyone could be cold in that weather.
Well, I'm cold all the time. I always want a blanket, and I love it. I think 75 is the perfect temperature.
You are never cold.
Always. His limbs Like, you know, when you're freezing, your limbs are the first to go. Your body thinks that
I'm always cold.
They're the less.
I'm always
They're
cold.
expendable.
So, yeah. So he's like,
Right.
his fingers are 0 degrees, and he loves to put them on my face. I'm
No,
already
it's just not your face. It's everywhere.
everywhere, and
But-
I'm already in misery. Like, I don't like this.
How do you think I feel? I feel that cold. Just because my hand feels cold, I'm still feeling the cold.
I
I'm
don't-
cold.
Are we from the same Georgia? Because it got below freezing in Georgia.
I'm
for
from
periods of time.
Athens, Georgia, and I remember I can count on my hands how many times it snowed, and it was never like this.
Oh,
snow.
not snow, but it would get below freezing.
I don't remember. And the
Georgia.
part of Georgia I was from was always in drought, so it was like illegal to water your plants and things like that. And I was always warm. I remember winter being for like 2 weeks, and I was.
It was short. I mean,
And it
winter
was
was
over.
shorter. It was a lot
and
shorter.
I
yeah.
moved here, and it was
6 months.
winter's the whole year.
And summer is so miserably long, like triple
No.
digit in the
Here,
the
oh,
shade.
down
in
south.
Georgia.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Triple
yeah.
digits in the shade and everything.
we
Oh,
got
God.
out of school because of heat waves.
Well,
I remember
yeah.
that. It was like a blanket of heat, and I loved it.
Well, that's like
I didn't mind the heat.
Chicago
ever.
is like all end of July, all of August is triple digits.
I didn't like the
And
heat
I
in
hated
Georgia. It was
that.
too much.
You know,
for
one
me.
thing I love about winter, you can put more clothes on. I mean, as much
No,
as a
that's
nudist like we are,
horrible.
but like you can't
And you
take.
That's
sleep-
horrible. I get to wear no clothes all the time. I
Babe,
can wear
babe,
bikinis outside.
You do that now.
Shorts. I can be naked almost
yeah.
outside, and I love that. When it's cold, I can't do anything, but I have to put on more clothes. And do you really want that,
At least
guys?
you can
No.
sleep.
Do you want more
That's the
clothes?
thing. In the hot summer, you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I like.
can't
I
Oh,
can sleep.
I
I can
can.
sleep in cold weather so much better than.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Because I'm sweating. I don't want to sweat while
The
I'm sleeping.
cold is putting you to sleep because you're freezing and your body's trying to kill you. It's trying to hibernate.
Yeah, but-
that's the reason you're going to sleep. When it's warm outside, you can drink a hot lemonade and sit outside and
A hot
Yeah.
lemonade.
I mean a cold
Oh,
lemonade
okay.
But I got-
and
I
a
got-
popsicle and
But I
go
got
to
you.
the beach.
But I got you to warm me up, babe.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Anywho, the
we were
flip.
talking about the weather.
Yeah.
I realized that. For too long.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
it-
do it in any weather, so it doesn't matter.
Anyways, the switch subjects here for a moment. For this show,
You had criticisms. of
I have
Flaming
criticism
Freedom.
of Flaming
Okay.
Freedom. Not so much criticism. It's more so Michael Dean he filled us up with some creamy D, and I want to fill you guys up with some creamy
All
D.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
He helped us get our audio a hell of a lot better than what it is. And I watched the first episode you guys came back on. I watched the YouTube version of it.
All right.
And
That audio was horrible.
yes, it was.
Yes.
It was god awful.
Yeah.
And on top of that, all three of you were not in the same studio. Now, mind
Right.
you, Derek J couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. And he's, I can, I can connect and whatnot. I'm like, no, this is a in studio only show. And the reason being, all the audio is going at the same time. There's no lag in between. You guys did a Google Hangout show.
Yeah.
Don't do that again.
That's what. Well, maybe I think Derek's listening, and he can decide about
You
that.
guys live in the same state. Case in point, we have half of the Seditious Sirens here.
I will say this much.
Okay,
I will say this much. I will not be driving to Keene to do the show.
Oh, you're just you're.
I will
throwing
not
it
drive
down.
to Keene to do
Why?
the show.
What's
Well-
your beef with Keen?
My beef is with an hour and 15-minute
Well,
drive
why? Okay,
to do the show.
here's my
every
thing.
Week.
Here's my thing. All right, we got have the Seditious Sirens.
Yeah.
They
But
they
if
record in
Derek-
both Keene and here, and
Yeah.
they swap.
We
Okay.
prefer to record
Okay.
in Manchester because Keene is a far drive, and I do
It is,
hate
yeah.
being away from Rob overnight
Yeah.
because he misses me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but at least
I just
every other week I'm fine with it because it's better in quality, and like Shire Dude said earlier, his voice is much sexier than he looks, which is a lie, but we're sexier and we have nice voices, so we have to be together.
It's up to Derek, but it's basically going to be a case of he can drive out and we'll be all in the same studio,
At
or
least-
he can do it in Keene and get someone else on those weeks.
At least just take turns.
That's fair.
yeah, take turns.
Yeah.
Go to
he
one and
should
come
come
together.
Manchester
I'm not
anyway.
going-
Yeah, guys
No,
live in the same
I'm
state.
not going to Keene on like
There's
a
no
regular
point
basis.
for doing.
I'm trying to sell a house in Keene, so I won't have to ever go back.
I mean, Keene is, I'm sorry, but Keene is,
Right
is
now I have
a
to go back
ghost
because of
town,
that.
basically.
How's it
A ghost town.
Ghost town.
Besides all the haters from Stop Free Keene, Keene is basically a ghost town. I don't see anything fun there. I don't see why anyone would want to be there. I'm sorry.
Oh, babe, you're
At least
hating.
I can
hating
in
so much.
Manchester.
Hater.
I can walk down the street and go to a bar. In
There's
Keene, I'm just like
there's bars in downtown
Keene
Keene.
is okay.
There's
there's
multiple bars in
I
downtown
did get a
Keene.
little stir crazy there. I mean, ultimately,
I do love Keene.
it's a nice place
For a
what
visit.
it is, but it is out in the middle of nowhere all by itself. Like,
Yeah.
People say
isolated.
You
that
lose
about Men's
service
Vegas,
going
though.
to Keene. You don't lose service going to
Babe, you know I'm on the Men's Vegas team, but
Vegas
I still
is
love
opposed
Keene.
to Concord, Nashville, not that
my
much
ears
close
pop
to-
going to Keene. My ears pop, man.
Oh man.
Not sexy.
More pop when we get back. Is that newbie?
So he said I'm afraid to move to Manchester. I mean, I'm sorry.
Wait, why is 66 afraid to move to Manchester?
Babe, come on.
I'm feeding him.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Oh, that's why. Oh, okay, I see it now. Oh wow.
Wow, I'm drunk. I need to stop drinking.
Yeah, you went on a Keene rampage for a second there, babe.
I tell the truth. Keene is boring. Keene is a boring fucking place, and I hate being away from you. And it would. Be
I can't
more
blame you
fun
for
if
wanting to
it
be-
was less boring. If there was tons of fun shit going on, I'd be like, okay, I don't want to be at home, but you know.
I got stir crazy there.
Yeah,
I lived there several years, and I thought I
can
would
see
be
that.
there possibly for good, but ultimately I was just like, I'm getting a little
All
stir
right,
crazy.
well, think about what you guys
I
want
mean,
to
I
talk.
want to. I like being able to
What
go
should we
to a
close it
theater.
with?
Think about what you want to talk
There's
about.
not even a decent movie theater there.
I know that movie theater fucking sucks.
It is the shittiest theater I've been to in my entire life.
And I would hate
Um,
to say my town in Athens. Have you ever been to Athens?
Very briefly, very
Okay.
long time
They
ago.
only have 2 movie theaters, but they're both better than Keene,
Yeah.
and that's saying a lot.
Yeah,
That's the most impoverished town in Georgia, still to this
yeah,
day. It has never changed.
yeah. And Keene is, and I just blows my mind that you can't. They still haven't built a decent theater near a college town.
Yeah.
Right? You'd think a college town there'd be a lot of people wanting to go see.
But it
movies.
is Keene State, and I
Hmm.
have to say that Keene State, the
Hmm.
college students that I've seen that have transferred to Boston, which most of them do.
Mm.
Yeah, they're not worth building a theater.
Uh,
And they
Yeah,
all
I just-
leave,
unfortunately-
which doesn't add to Keene, because if some of them stayed, they
And the
probably would
closest-
upgrade
the
more.
closest thing to Keene is Brattleboro. The closest thing of any size is Brattleboro, and
Is
even
that where
that
the
is a
ski
small
resort is?
city. No, even that is a small city.
That's
It's
ski
Brattleboro,
resort
Vermont,
listeners.
right?
Oh, Vermont.
They have a little tiny ski resort near them. It's very tiny. It's not very good.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. We are back here with half of Seditious Sirens and half of Fringe. And we were all at Keenevention. Multiple Keenevention miracles happened at Keenevention. Isn't that right, Rebel Mistress? My Rebel Mistress, right?
Yours or newbie
mine.
066?
Oh, no,
who said,
newbie.
God,
Hey, newbie.
I just want to bury my face in those big, humongous angel tits.
Well, you know, I can't blame him, babe.
You can't blame him.
I can't blame him.
What is chivalry did nowadays?
No, he's loving in his own way, you know. And who am I to judge? He hasn't violated
Look,
your nap.
newbie 66. If you ever want a good girl, let me just start by saying that you want to bury your face in her big, humongous angel tits is not the way to go.
Well, how about should he go with that attitude?
Not very charming.
It's not very charming. I mean, I think a nice
I wish someone would say
simple-
that to me.
Yeah. Well, hey, newbie, can you say that for Shire Dude for a
Yeah.
while?
that
Come
you'd
on.
like to bury your face.
He wants
in Shire's
your
big
face
views.
buried in his chest.
He can bury his face in my butt cheeks.
There you go.
Newbie 66.
I have very beautiful mounds
Oh man.
of man meat butt cheeks.
I mean, I like flattery, I'd say, but not to an extent. I always say
that's
when
like catcalling.
exactly
kind
that's
of
what I was gonna
bullshit.
Oh,
say.
wait. Are you guys against catcalling?
I'm not against catcalling, but I can
I think
say
it's rude.
I think it's rude.
Yeah.
And anyone who has ever approached
I don't
me
think it should be illegal. I don't
catcalling
think it
has
should be
never
assault.
had a chance.
But isn't
in
it
their
just
life.
people giving you compliments?
It's a compliment.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
compliments.
Sure, but to an extent, it's just I would like to walk down
If
the
it were
street
happening all
and
the
not
time,
be
I'm sure.
asked. It has, especially in Georgia. I find up in the north that people won't catcall you as much, but in Georgia, I used to walk down the street and someone would usually hit a telephone pole if I was walking down the street, and that just
I can't blame them.
that was just a little too much for me. And mind you, when I was in Georgia, I was 18 and a lot hotter than I am now. But they'd hit telephone poles and they'd scream obscenity, whatever.
That happened?
Yeah. And it was just so much all the time that I hated it. But I never thought, let's make it illegal. Never.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
People
think-
want to
I
make it
think-
assault, like a form of assault.
I think
like,
A
that's-
compliment.
I think
No.
that's ridiculous. But let me tell
It's
you,
just kind of rude.
if you're catcalling me, it's never going to end up anywhere.
Right. That's what That's
I'll
the
give a
thing.
compliment
But that's
to
my
That's the
choice.
thing,
That's
right.
It's voluntary at that point.
Like, don't ever expect a woman to respond to that in any kind of meaningful way.
And
Yeah.
I've had
Just-
men get offended when I don't respond.
I can tell you right
and
now,
they call
I will
me a
give a-
bitch or
I will give
whore
a
'cause I don't
compliment
answer.
when I want, to who I want, and how I want it.
Baby,
And no state or
Baby,
woman is going
you're-
to tell me
you're-
how
you
to
can do it.
compliment.
You
baby,
can do it,
you're
just
not a
don't-
cat caller though. You're more
No, I'm not.
you're
No, no.
classy.
I know that.
That's my problem with these men. It's
But I def-
classless.
I
It's not.
defend the right of the classless.
You can't.
I wouldn't
It-
catcall a
Okay,
stranger.
hold on though. All right, Rob. All right, we got something going here.
Okay.
We got something to talk
All
about
right.
now. That like this is in danger of like venturing into what they call the vulgar libertarianism, which is just as long as it doesn't violate the NAP, then it's okay. Well, the NAP is the bare minimum, first of all, and then secondly, when you say it's okay, then what it means is
Hey,
it's not a
I
violation
never
of the
said it was
NAP.
okay. I never said it was okay.
yeah.
I just defend that person's right
I
to
already
do
said
it.
that.
Yeah, that's
Like,
all.
that's- to me,
Did I
that's just-
say it was okay?
To me,
I
that's a
mean,
given. That's like,
it is.
well, of
I know,
course,
but I didn't
it
say it
shouldn't
was
be
okay.
illegal.
You're putting
I
words in my
can
mouth.
It shouldn't
say
be illegal. You
some
shouldn't punch someone
guys
for it.
are very aggressive, and that is my opposition towards catcalling, because some guys is not just, oh, you're beautiful, hey sexy, what you doing today? It's just, if I don't answer you, it is now then that I'm a whore, I'm some stuck up bitch because I
Oh,
didn't answer you.
they're just hating.
Yes, but I mean, a
'Cause you're
lot
not-
of the
No,
time,
that's-
that's the after effect of catcalling.
Well, they shouldn't. Well, that's
is,
they're
it is,
okay when they start hating. That's a different story.
I mean, yeah, but
What's
it's
bugging
just
me
what
is
the
what
media
the
portrays.
direction that feminists are trying to take it is to make it a form of harassment, like that's a legal action is called
I mean,
for. That's
and
ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
think that's bullshit.
Unless
It's
they're
just-
following you. Like, here's the thing: if they're there's a point where it's stalking,
exactly.
and I don't know how to.
Okay,
think
if
of
they're
that.
following you, that's a different
I
story.
just think it's bullshit to the point
If
where
you have a legitimate reason to be like concerned for your safety after
mean,
a certain
yeah,
point,
but
then you know
I've-
at that point it's reasonable to respond in some kind of way.
well, yeah,
after
yeah.
a certain point,
You know,
it's just
But generally, no.
how
of course
much
not.
is
It's-
your safety worth? It's just like, oh, don't catcall me. I'm gonna sue you. You're gonna pay me $20,000. So my safety's worth $20,000. Like, that's a totally different level of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm worth a certain amount, so don't call me. But I don't think it has anywhere near to do with that. It's just, don't harass me. Don't make me feel threatened to walk and be my own person.
So what you're trying to say is don't do the Robin Hood version of catcalling.
I'm just trying to say, I hate
God.
those feminists that think that they want to make it a form of harassment and take them to court and they're gonna have to pay a fine for catcalling. Like, that's bullshit. You're
No,
just saying
there's-
I have a price.
There's plenty of feminists out there that would
there's
absolutely
a lot of
love to
feminists that
put
would say
tons
that.
of restrictions on free speech.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
And
leave
it's
me the
just
fuck
ridiculous.
alone. I don't
Yeah.
want any money for that. I don't feel like I should have to sue you to get my point across. I feel like if I don't want you to talk to me, I'm very well gonna make that clear to you. That's why I feel like I'm an empowered woman. I don't care about what the penal system has. Go ahead and catcall me. If you try me in any other way, I can guarantee you that I will not be your victim. And that's all that matters.
That's very unfeminist
go.
of you to say. Most
I
feminists
don't
would say,
feel
"Ah,
it.
you can't defend yourself."
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, yeah, that's why I don't agree with most feminists. It's the same way you can't say I want to be this person where no one can be against me, but everyone has to bend to my will. That
Right.
doesn't
Yeah.
make
Right.
you
So it's such a double standard,
that
right?
Yeah.
doesn't make you a feminist. that is setting women behind so far, and then that's what people don't realize.
Yeah, I don't really go down the whole feminism debate that often, though.
Because you're a misogynist.
I
Hey, we
am.
can totally talk about that.
Nah.
I had some people say they wanted me to talk about feminism on Flaming Freedom. I'm like, really? Because like I talked about it a lot.
It goes into
in the past.
libertarianism. There's
And I'm
no
like,
separation.
be specific, because I could spend hours. I mean, specifically, what do you want me
I
to
mean,
talk
there's
about?
no separation. I should be free to be my own person, whether I have a dick, whether I have a vagina, whether I have both, and I don't choose to identify. I should be able to be my own person. That's why I don't agree with feminism, because it's saying we should separate that. No, there's no separation.
Well, I don't know. It's like, on the one hand, you're saying women are equal, capable of doing anything a man can do, that's the kind of message I want to glom onto.
I can get behind
but
that.
then they say, oh, we need all these
But I want
subsidies
special
because
treatment.
women are oppressed. Right. All this special
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Subsidies and special help and all this stuff, and the wage gap, which is bullshit, by the way, and all this stuff that's based on bad information.
Mhm.
If you actually normalize for a bunch of factors,
Yeah.
the wage gap goes away completely. Like it's figuring in the fact that men do a lot of shit jobs that women don't want to do.
That's very true.
And they don't feel like they have to do, like doing, the number of sanitation workers, the number of coal miners, the number of deep sea fishermen, the most dangerous job in the world. All these things, a lot of these things are dominated by men. It's not because they're discriminating. It's because women don't fucking want to do it.
Right. They'd rather
Yeah.
teach, which pays almost nothing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about
It's-
the choices they're making. And
it's
if you do
special
that,
treatment.
Then,
That's what I'm saying. You can't say I want everyone to be equal, but I want special treatment. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit. And when we get back,
The rest of that Keenevention story, right?
I like
Right.
convention.
Right.
I was wondering what you
we'll
were
have a
doing.
Keenevention unmarital when we come back. Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And on our last segment, we didn't get to it. We're going to get to what you want to talk about right after this. Is that cool? Or do you want to jump
That's
first?
That's quite all right.
We
I
didn't
mean,
finish. Well, I originally wanted
mine's
to
just a
ask.
quickie, if you will.
Okay, all
one-
right. Let's do a Shire Dude quickie.
One thing, a quickie with a Shire Dude.
For
Um,
$5.99.
That's the next show that's coming out from. No,
Half price
no,
for
it's not.
Bitcoin.
Wait. How
Order
much?
price
Should
for
be a
Doge.
5-minute segment on Ellen in the commercial break.
Ricky
with
with
Shire Dude.
Shire Dude.
That'd be fun. And I just say something like random, like flapjacks goat sauce. Okay, anyway. The one thing that I really liked, I watched Flaming Freedom the other night, and one thing that I really, really liked, as I thought was hilarious, was Derek was like, we're going to do the underwear thing.
Yeah.
And you guys showed your underwear to the camera, like what color you're wearing
Are
that
you
night.
suggesting that that's what we should
I
do
think that's
right
something that the
now?
Rebel Love Show should have been doing all along. Like,
I'm not wearing
See,
any
I
underwear.
can't do that either.
I
I'm
copped
going
out
commando.
because
wait, are
I
you
don't-
serious?
Yeah.
I'm not
I-
wearing
well,
underwear either.
First
Oh
off,
my god, we're perfect roommates.
we should just be doing this nude right now.
We should just take off all our clothes right now.
Dale,
But you're
please
gonna
tell
have
me.
to tune in for the next show.
I wish I could say I was commando right now to
Oh.
follow suit and have like a
A perfect show.
perfect flush. But,
Be a full flush.
yeah, full flush.
Yeah.
But,
This is the Rebel Love Pad. Anything could happen.
no, I'm wearing my same boring underwear. Like Derek keeps telling me to show it. I'm like, it's the same underwear,
It's the
Derek.
same
It's not.
ones.
It's a different color maybe, but
You seem
it's
so.
boring.
The episode I watched, you seem so
I'm living the
resistant. You're like,
It's just
Do I?
I don't want to subject the audience to it. It's like I'm not doing anything interesting. It's like this is your chance to shine, Derek. Do your thing.
yeah.
You
Show
mean
your
you don't
fancy
have
underwear.
on satin
If you wanna-
boxers
No.
under there?
And I'm living the uni lifestyle. I told you, like my alternative lifestyle. So
Yeah. But if you want to watch, if you want to get Moon by Derek J,
turn on Flaming Freedom.
That's right.
On YouTube.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
I actually showed
Now I
Skim
have
instead.
a reason to watch.
I was
Fun.
okay with that. I'm like, look, my underwear sucks, but I have incredibly smooth bottom that I will show you a little bit of, enough to not too much so as to get kicked off YouTube. You know, just a little side,
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
bottom.
just enough.
I mean,
Like
we're
side
all
boob.
legal.
It's tasteful. It's
Yeah.
We're all
tasteful.
legal, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And Derek was impressed with my smoothness, my baby smooth.
Tasteful, smooth bottom.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah, Dale's
That was
so
cool.
cute. I was telling him earlier, it's his cheeks that are amazing to me. I love like really pale men with super red cheeks. It's my
You'd like
thing.
Smosh. There's a guy on Smosh that's like that.
Well, Dale, you're like that. I like you.
So, Keenevention.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
very curious about what you're going to say
I-
about Keenevention.
Hear me out now.
Yeah.
Okay. You talked about during the break that you won an award. You
I
won
did.
an award for wearing your costume.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you happen to win another thing the next day.
Big
You
winner.
won the big raffle. You won Daryl W. Perry's raffle for the artist formerly known as O-Girl's date at that very party. I'm sorry for
Didn't
that very
you give
party
it
that you
away?
won that.
A date with O-Girl.
Yeah.
Can you give it away? Because
Yeah,
who
okay, here's
cares
what
about
happens.
A date with old girl.
He wins a date with O-Girl in the raffle. He's not even in the room. He's not even eagerly awaiting this. And Cecilia, I believe it was, right? She
Uh-huh.
runs out to find you,
Yes.
sprints out of the room. I'll find him. And then what happened? What'd you say to her?
Well, I said some lucky straight guy should be able to benefit from this. And I would feel horrible to deprive some lucky straight guy of the opportunity to go out with O-Girl.
Some poor lucky straight guy.
I mean, I was trying to help out Daryl, and
Oh.
join the thing. And,
Yeah.
But I didn't feel right taking that prize because I felt like I was, I should let some straight guy do it.
You should have negotiated for something else.
I probably should. Well, I don't know.
You should have gone on the
I
date
don't
and
know
like,
what the value of it is.
like
I
had her
don't
do your
know.
taxes or something. Like just like have her just do something for
mean
you.
Negotiate
No,
with
but you-
O-Girl.
yeah.
I thought you meant negotiate with the other guys in the room.
Oh, that would.
Trade it.
Ooh,
for
that'd be
something.
Yeah,
interesting.
you could have started your own raffle right there.
What is a date
Well, I
with
bet- I
old
bet-
girl
Or-
if
or-
everyone
yeah.
is dating?
Here's the
old
thing,
girl
yeah,
at
give
the
away the
time?
date, but then the guy also has to go out with you. That'd be fun.
There you go.
You had a bargaining chip there, and
I
kind of
guess
gave
so.
it
I
away.
kind of blew that. huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Better
didn't
luck
I
next
didn't- I
time.
didn't know I really didn't understand the value. It could have been like in my head, it could have been super valuable, or it could have been not very valuable. I didn't really know.
Well, it's not as
So,
valuable
I
as
don't
win
know.
a date with
I
one
haven't
of the
been keeping
seditious
up.
sirens.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Of
Can
course
we
not.
waffle that off at next convention?
Well, I
Uh,
mean, it's more valuable, so.
it would be very.
I wasn't
That'd be a
really
very
keeping
expensive
up with-
raffle ticket.
I don't know, like if I didn't know if there were like guys who really were eager to go. I didn't know if they were like eager to go on a date.
I'm
or-
surprised Daryl didn't ask me for like to put in a date with Shire Dude because I would have totally thrown that in. Just saying.
Yeah.
yeah,
That should be next convention.
it should be. Not just a
He
date
didn't-
with
he
Shire
didn't-
Dude.
he
It'd
didn't do a
be.
date with
Win
Derek.
an orgy with Shire Dude in the Rebel
Yeah.
Love crew.
Whoa, that escalated so quickly.
He also didn't do a date with Derek.
Babe, that's
Right?
Right.
That would've been
the prettiest
huge.
guy in New Hampshire.
That would've been
you know?
huge.
That's porcfest.
That's Porcfest.
That's
Pork
Porkfest.
fest. Yeah,
He's
it's
It's
gonna
gonna
be a
be in the
drug-infused
giant white
orgy.
Shire Dome.
A Shire Dome.
Shire Dome.
Yeah, Derek has like the
Gonna
reputation.
have his face stamped
Derek
on
has
the
a
side.
reputation of being like the prettiest guy in New Hampshire or something.
Derek is
That-
beautiful. He's my spirit animal.
He is a good-looking
How
guy.
many
He's
spirit
beautiful.
animals do you have?
Just Ruth Paul and Derek J.
Okay, all right. Because
Derek
my
J.
spirit
number
animal
2.
is Archer. We talked about that.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
Are
I
we
love
actually-
Archer.
I've
Yeah, I
asked
can't get enough
Rob
of it.
what his spirit animal is.
My
I don't-
spirit animal.
Is it Tywin Lannister?
What?
Tywin.
How can my spirit animal be a character on a show?
Mine
I
is
don't
a character
know.
on a show.
Mine's a character,
Mine's Archer.
period.
Well, Archer's cool.
Well, I actually think of Archer. You know, have your little angel and your little devil on your shoulders. He's my little devil.
I have two little
Archer's
devils.
the little devil.
I would
on
just
my
say it's
shoulder.
two archers. Yeah.
No, the angel on my shoulder is actually Satan. 'Cause I am a
Oh,
Satanist.
okay.
I am a LaVeyan Satanist. So
Really?
Oh, really?
yeah,
That
have
is
you ever read
interesting.
Anton LaVey's Church of Satan?
I've
Or
not.
not Church
No.
of Satan. The Satanic Bible. You should read that. It's actually inspired by objectivism.
Ooh.
Ayn Rand's objectivism. You should read it.
You
It's
lost me at it.
atheist. It's atheist. It's not actually doesn't believe in Satan, obviously. But it's an atheist philosophy
Okay.
that incorporates some interesting things that are almost like the polar opposites of Christian things. So if you think that Christian morality is really fucked up, then LaVeyan Satanism might be right up your.
Interesting.
I just think that I should make my own morality. I think whatever
Yeah.
I decide to be moral enough for me is fine.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. I don't know. As long as your morality doesn't harm me, then I'm.
I
okay
mean,
with
if
that.
it does harm you, it's your choice to associate with me or not.
Yeah, but if your morality dictates that my consent is not required,
Then
that's a
you
different
choose
story.
not to associate with me.
yeah,
Like if your morality is like you can chop off Rob's leg and not.
I mean,
Right.
if
Well, that's the thing.
if I was a serial killer and I wanted to kill you, I would. Like my morality would dictate that.
Yeah,
like
but I'm not
going
gonna
to tell
consent
me
to that,
not
so
to
I
be
would
a
disagree
serial
with
killer.
that
Yeah, and you
philosophy.
wouldn't consent with that.
Satanic Bible incorporates the nap.
If you
Interesting.
wouldn't
Whoa. The
consent with that.
Satanic Bible incorporates
Absolutely,
the nap.
yes.
How so?
You're supposed to respect people's rights if they respect yours. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, it's not that you have to toss out your stereotypes about what you think it might mean. It has nothing to do with Christianity. It's atheist. It's a philosophy that starts off from an atheistic point of view.
Okay.
And he talks, and it was largely he says this is not speculation. He was inspired by Ayn Rand's objectivism.
That he became a Satanist, an atheist Satanist,
Well,
because of Ayn Rand.
Well,
he
yeah,
made
I mean, he talks.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks about, for instance, like the 7 sins, and he talks about how they're. He says you don't want them. You don't want to avoid the 7 sins. You don't want what you want is a balance of them. They're healthy. They're
Everything's
normal,
good in moderation.
They're normal motivations of the human species. We're animals. We are animals. We're advanced animals, but we are animals. We still have animal drives and everything. We drives to have sex, drive to eat, drives for all this stuff. And he says what makes you unhealthy is when your sins are out of balance. Not when you're not by avoiding them. You don't get healthy by avoiding the sins. You get healthy by having a balance of them.
But again, that's all dictated by people's individual moralities, and I think you can't decide anyone else's morality for them. So you're taking your gamble with who you choose to associate with.
An example is like, you need a little bit of ego or pride to offset like being slothful, right? To the point where you have serious health problems from being morbidly obese or something. Right?
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Derek J.
Derek J's on.
All right, this is the last segment.
Derek always gets really mad if we talk during the commercial.
Why? Oh, because he gets upset talking over him.
Well, jokingly, he's like, "Hush, hush, my commercial's on."
That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, we roomed with him at porcfest.
Yeah.
All right, and I remember I forgot what day it was. I think it could have been Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. And I ended up walking back to the hotel like 3 or 4 in the morning, really drunk, and I forgot. My key wasn't working. Okay, so I had to knock on the door. All right,
Yeah.
and this is, mind you, I'm in a hotel up in the middle of Lancaster, New Hampshire.
It was like Thursday.
Okay, and Derek J answers the door wearing nothing but a Speedo.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that his nipples were pierced.
Okay.
Okay. And he like walks out and like opens the door. So here I am standing in the middle of this hotel in Lancaster, New Hampshire. And mind you, Lancaster's a whole different beast than here. There's other there's actually like a couple people out there in the hallway, like maintenance or something like that. And I'm walking into this hotel room in the middle of the night
And they
with
see you going in the room with this guy.
this guy with a Speedo and the pierced nipples.
It totally looks like a whore.
Yeah, and I'm like,
About to, have sex with your man whore.
That's
yeah, yeah. It was a fascinating experience to like walk into the door like that. Yeah, it was interesting.
So
How mad was he that you woke him up?
No, he wasn't mad. He came out to the door and he's like, shh, and like signaled for me to come in.
Yuri got
Awesome.
pissed when we kept waking up. That's
That's
He's
awesome.
like, why you wake me?
That's awesome.
I'm dragged to sleep.
It was really cool.
You're-
Yeah,
I think Neil and I have reserved a room for porcfest.
Porcfest is gonna be fucking.
I don't really want more than 2.
awesome.
I've decided 2 people's good. Like you save a lot of money to split a room,
Uh-huh.
but like adding a 3rd person and a 4th person, it gets
less
more
worth it
crowded
to
and
do,
less.
Yeah.
Save less money. So I like
Don't we
having
have, like,
just like
5
and
people in
me
a room?
and
It's
Neil
5.
will each have
Is it
our own
5?
bed.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about Neil
Really?
like trying to
Murdoch
butt-fuck
is
me in the
bringing
middle of the
one
night or
person with
anything.
him.
Oh man. Do
So
we
it's
have a
fine.
room?
He's.
Yeah.
I'll message him again. If he doesn't, well, I gotta figure something else out. I'm gonna. But yeah.
Did you see
But at the
this?
same time, he kind of want. I kind of want to like
Damn, this
sublet.
slasher family
Like
today
I kind of want to
is
camp out at least
terrible.
one. Well, maybe
Why
one.
should slashing
No,
your
fuck
family
that. I'll
help
just
them?
want to bed. I
Slashing
want to
must
sleep
be
out in the
consensual,
stars
then
with
it's
Anne
all
like
good.
one
Yeah, I
night.
want to
but
bet.
I want to bed. Yeah.
You're a liar, Shire Dude.
Yeah. Rats. The Rats commercial is on.
I miss Nima Vadadi.
Me too.
Freedom Fiends. It's not the same show anymore. Don't get me wrong. It's good. I
don't
just miss
listen
Nima.
regularly. I'm not sure.
I used to listen to Freedom Fiends hardcore before I moved. And it was all just Michael Dean and Nima Vadadi.
And that's the only one I'm driving.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show, and I kind of want to talk about my experience today because I had it's kind of unique to living here. So I got in a car accident, sucked.
The Bitcoin mobile.
Yeah,
Bitmobile.
yeah, that sucked. But what was crazy? All right, not crazy. This is like kind of just normal life, but so I get in this car accident within seconds, literally like 30 seconds. Another pork, she sees me that was in an accident. You know, I didn't even know she was even there. Runs over to see if I'm okay. All right. I post on Facebook like, "Hey, I'm in an accident." Blah blah blah. I get multiple people, messaging me saying, "Hey, do you need a ride?" Blah blah blah. I got and then another free state, another porcupine drives by, stops and makes sure I'm okay. So sees, recognizes my car because we all recognize each other cars. They're marked.
Yeah.
But
Bumper stickers or something.
yeah. So just in that situation, along in a car accident, two other free staters come over to my aid, like within seconds, just by driving by in Manchester. Like I didn't know they're
The
there.
community here is mind blowing.
Yeah,
Like I could never have done that anywhere in the. I would have to like, okay, which friend am I gonna bug? I'd call a certain friend, and then they can't. They're busy at work right now. Okay, so this person might be free. Oh, they're out of town right now, or whatever. You go through like a list of friends trying to like, and you feel like you're imposing. It's weird. It's all kind of. But it's like here you post, hey, can anyone help out? And then boom, yes, almost
Exactly.
certainly somebody is gonna, and they're glad to do it. It's just like
Yeah.
a thing that
It's like a giant community here, and I always say that's what I feel like the best part about New Hampshire is that you have a family, you have a community that you can turn to when something's going wrong. You can go to therapy if you need like meditation. They have yoga. It's just everyone's there for everyone.
Yeah, I saw them
it's
doing
great.
yoga in the Quill the other day. It looked pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
I
pretty
feel
great.
like if I moved away right now, that I would just be starving for that. Like,
Yeah,
I would
right?
it would feel like such an absence. This huge hole in my life.
And what's
that-
amazing is like this community, it exists. You just plug into it immediately. And what's really crazy is continuing on with my whole story. Shire Dude and Ann here, they pick me up. Well, I drop off my car and they take me back. I was on my lunch break from work, so I had to go back, but we had to go stop and get food. Run into two other free staters, one being a state rep. But that's not even the big thing. At work, I run into I get another free stater who I've never met. I'm helping him as a customer, and we start talking. And I kind of start using the lingo, and he's from New York, I'm from Chicago, and he asked me, well, why did you move out? It's like, oh, a friend of mine made the move before me, and I kind of want to come out. I'm using that kind of lingo with him, because I'm feeling where he's kind of. We also had a conversation
You're
about how
selling it.
I'm kind of selling it. Yeah. And on top of that, it was also we're talking about how when you move here, you can redefine yourself, be who you want to be, because you're not in the same group of people you're normally associating with. So you can start fresh. And then he asked me like, "Hey, did you move here for the Free State Project?" He didn't know who I am, and I didn't know who he was. And then before I could answer, he's like, "Yeah, I moved here for that." And I kind of whispered at him like, "Hey, don't blow my cover," because I'm not outed as a Free Stater yet. But it's just amazing. Like I literally I ran into like 5, 6. I lost count how many free staters I ran into today. Just going through my normal day. Like I
Yeah,
wasn't going to like
right.
a meetup. I wasn't going to a meetup. I wasn't going to like a new movers party, which is going
Just
on right
cross
now.
paths, kind of randomly.
Yeah, just randomly crossing past some freesters
And
I've never
going to the
met.
grocery store, I run
Oh,
into 2
God.
or 3 free staters.
Market basket. You can't
Yeah.
turn into an aisle without running into a free stater there.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, we've run into to each other there
Yep.
before. Yeah, it's insane how many people.
In recent, just the last couple weeks, I think.
Oh,
Bumped
yeah.
into each other
Today?
at Market Basket.
After the car accident, we ran into a state rep.
Yeah.
It was a free state.
Yeah, Rob kind
Yeah.
of breezed by that, but she actually asked us about doing like activism tomorrow, so it actually turned out to be a pretty cool thing.
We ran into the foundress.
The
and she's
state
like,
rep wants us
yeah,
to do
oh,
some-
come do activism with Concord.
Up
with
in
us. Yeah,
Concord.
up in Concord.
We're gonna have a big day tomorrow. We're gonna go up to Concord and do activism. Me and Ann,
Yeah.
and
You gotta take me to work first. I'm carless
yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah, and take my buddy to
Come on now.
work, and then Concord, and then Keene, and then Keene after that. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy day.
yeah, we're gonna meet hopefully some new movers are gonna meet up in Keene tomorrow.
Well,
See,
hopefully there's still some new movers
if-
left at the party when
The
we
party
get up,
tonight.
once the show's
Pretty
over.
much Liberty Forum has started, right?
It's already
Like,
started,
everything is happening right now.
If anyone's doubting us, we don't just talk the talk. We actually walk the walk. We get up at 6 a.m. and go hand out pamphlets.
Right?
That is something that happens. Don't
Yeah.
ever doubt us.
Yeah, I'll definitely live stream if we end up going up to Concord. Like we get up there in a timely manner and can
Yeah,
do that.
exactly. We might be a
And,
little late.
Yeah, we'll probably be
Yeah.
late.
I'll
But I
be
mean, this-
chiseling ice off of my roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is going to be a huge busy week. I mean, with Liberty Forum here, I feel like every day going forward is
Yeah.
going to be nonstop.
Dale, besides your show, what are your plans for Liberty Forum? Like, what do you really want to get
Oh,
done?
I don't have anything much beyond the show, honestly.
Yeah, just like mingling and stuff.
Yeah, I'll mingle. I did see a few speakers I'd like to see.
Mhm.
I don't feel I'm not dying. Like I'm like, oh, I've got to go see that. But there's some stuff I'm like, I'm interested in that. I'll probably go see that. I'll see that. I'll see that.
Probably the most
and I'm
interesting.
hoping that there'll be some. I mean, I was planning on
Yeah.
going to your party. I mean,
Oh,
that's-
Oh, you
sweet.
have to.
Cool.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
man.
rebel-
And,
The Rebel Love Show party.
And I'm looking for parties in general. I would like to see more parties happening. Like I feel like at the hotel itself, there should be some kind of parties happening, room parties and stuff.
And
I'm
Keith
sure there will
mentioned
be.
there was a
And
lot.
there needs to
so-
be like there needs to be more than there have been. I feel like there should be parties every night at Liberty Forum.
Hey, if you're renting at the Radisson, hit us up. Hotel party.
See, this is something I miss from. I'm a huge nerd, and I go to comic book, fantasy, sci-fi, D&D conventions, whatever. I've been to a ton of those things, and the staple of these things is the late night room parties.
Mm,
Yeah.
Like after you've been going to panels all day or whatever, you look on boards and there's like, oh, this room party, and there'll be themes or whatever, or this one's being thrown by so and so's comic book, or this is being thrown by so and so's fan club of Supernatural, and this is being thrown by, and so you just you party hop. And
Well,
that's
you step
cool.
in.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
and-
this is a cool party. I'm gonna stay here a little.
I know the
longer.
Alties
Oh,
are
that's
trying to
a-
do that during Liberty Forum, during Alta Expo and whatnot. They have like some sort of get together and whatnot. But one thing I love about Keenevention was just a nonstop hotel party from hotel room to hotel room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was lots of Keenevention miracles. going
Like,
on
yeah, the
today.
underwear that was left in my room. Nobody knows how it got there.
Yeah, I don't know how that got there.
Lord.
So, come up to near the end of the top of the hour here on the show. So, Dale, where can everyone find you at?
FlamingFreedom.com is a great place to go. A good one-stop shop.
You have a blog though, don't you?
And I have a blog called anarchyinyourhead.com, which is a comic strips that I've drawn in my blogs, and then also facebook.com/flamingfreedom. Click like on there, and then make sure you scroll down or use the drop-down menu from like and click get notifications.
And do that for this show too, kids, and
Yes.
Seditious Sirens and
It's
Shire
important
Dude.
you do that, or you will not get notifications.
Yeah.
Facebook will filter what you get, and so
And my rebel mistress.
Well, you can find us on Facebook.com/Seditious Sirens, and you can now find us on SeditiousSirens.com. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching any of our videos, just press the subscribe button, and we will greatly appreciate it.
And when will it be available as a podcast? I want to ask you every time I'm interacting with you in media. I'm going to ask you
Well,
this.
we
I want
have
to preview to you.
We have it ready for a podcast. We just don't know how to set it up. So if anyone would like to help us, you can also email us at seditioussirens@gmail.com.
You know
That's-
where to find the help. It's right here.
she mentions
But you don't like my
subscribing.
help.
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
If you click on any of our videos, which are on flamingfreedom.com,
Subscribe.
and then go there and hit subscribe. on
Because YouTube has this whole new policy where you have to get so many subscribers to get your own URL. So help us out, please. We'd greatly appreciate it.
And Shire Dude, where can people find you?
It's all at shiredude.com. Really cool thing on there is all the playlists on the front of the page, right on the front. It's like this 2 playlist that I have on there. The newest episode is the Matthias von Gutenberg episode. And if you haven't seen it yet,
Epic.
it will
MVG
touch your
rocket.
heartstrings. You will get chills watching it.
Yeah, it's some good stuff.
Yeah.
That I have to admit that MVG. Those we watched in front of him. I don't think he. I see what he's saying. I can't stand watching myself, and I had we tried watching doing some playbooking.
We tried watching an episode of the Rebel Love Show, and Rob was like, "I can't take this, man."
In my defense,
just because he doesn't like.
I was
himself.
very, very high, and I get paranoid listening to it myself, and it was just sensory overload. I'm like, everything. It's bad enough that when I have to edit, which I hate editing. I hate editing a show, and I can't stand listening to myself. I hate my voice. But if you love my voice, you can go to rebelloveshow.com. That's where you can.
I love your voice.
Oh, I love you too, baby doll. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Stitcher, iTunes. Go listen to LRN.fm, and we'll be back with more Liberty Forum updates on our next episode. Peace.